Welcome to the West Ham Lions channel. It's finished. West Ham United 0, Chelsea 3. Not a very good day at the office. Not a good start to the season. 1 win, 1 draw with a last minute goal, 3 defeats. So if it wasn't for that late equaliser at Fulham, it could have been 4 defeats out of 5. I'm hearing it's the first time in West Ham history we have lost our 3 home games. I can't even blame Antonio or David Moyes. I've also heard that in the Premier League we've conceded the most amount of shots. It's 83 shots we've kind of conceded, which is a lot of shots ahead of the nearest team. I think it's Brentford. They're on 60 something, right? We've also got the oldest squad in the Premier League. We're also playing without a striker. You add all of that up, it's not a good recipe. I don't know where to start with this. It's a derby. You hate losing any game, but when it's a derby, it hurts even more. And where do I start with this? Where do I start with this? Before I really dissect it quickly for you guys, and then we'll do a deep dive tomorrow. It's the striker issue for me again. The most important. There's lots of issues, we'll go through it, but for me, since last season and perhaps the season before, it's the striker issue. It's one of the most important positions in a team, especially when the modern team plays with one. So if you're playing with no strikers, I know Bowen's got 15 to 16 goals and all that kind of thing, but for me, I want physical strength. I want a bit of height. I want that DNA of a striker, making runs, knitting it, gelling it all together, being a focal point. We haven't got that. And it's more and more frustrating. On the back of my early morning show, 80-90 million pound later, another window later. I don't care what's happened to Fulkrug. I care about missing out on Duran, and we haven't got striker, right? We haven't got striker. For me, that's the biggest issue. The second biggest shock for me, that formation. The game kicked off. We quickly went 1-0 down. Quick free kick. Jackson scored. Proper striker. Lots of pace. No one there to kind of defend it. 3-4 of our players were sleeping in the middle. They were quick, and Jackson went through, and strikers finish. You think Antonio would have scored a goal like that, even though there wasn't much opposition up from the halfway line? Don't think so. It would have been hard for Bowen as well, but that's why strikers cost the most money. That formation was another shock because I don't know what the hell was going on. Why are we playing this system? I don't get it. Because Alvarez was sometimes there, sometimes he wasn't. Wan-Bissaka was not helping out defensive-wise at all. Not at all. Many times in that game, through 1 or 2 goals, he wasn't around. Whether that's team instructions, I don't know. But we literally only had 3 defenders at the back. We were carved open. This was similar to the Villa game in the first half. Very similar to 1 or 2 other situations we've had and not learnt from. We're very open. And when you're open, to be fair, the last thing you want to do is just stick 3 defenders at the back. I'm saying only 3 at the back because Emerson and Wan-Bissaka, largely Wan-Bissaka, wasn't helping out at all, right? Rodriguez, very slow. Paqueta didn't have any influence in the game, couldn't hold onto the ball, couldn't create nothing, lost the ball a couple of times. Bowen, frustrated, lots of gaps around the pitch, no connection between the back 3 and then the middle 4 and the front 3, and that's where striker would have helped. I think a striker, like I said, is a focal point. You play off the striker, the 3 behind play off him, and then the rest of the team gel around it. This was a joke. I mean, what can I say with kind of Lopetegui? What can I say? You know, I mean, I know Fulkrug's not his player. I know Guillermo's not his player. I don't even know if he was on the bench. It's just a right mess. Kudos, again, just didn't look happy. And again, I just want to confirm this is a player that most teams will apparently want to, get him next season. He hasn't got a goal. Don't think he's created anything. Somerville was probably the best player on the pitch for me. Didn't lose the ball, looked sharp, and he got taken off early. Bowen, nothing was happening for him, really. In my comments, that going back to the Jackson goal, Areola should have done a lot better. It was a tight angle. Areola opens his legs up, pardon the expression. Jackson put it in. So he ain't got that much to kind of be happy about. 2-0 down. Wan-Bissaka goes missing again. And a couple of other things that kind of TV were saying over and over again was kind of it wasn't competitive. We were never competitive. There's no intensity about our play. I'm not sure what the manager's trying to do. It's a flat atmosphere. I felt there's no strength or height up front that you would get from a proper striker. It just didn't happen. Rodriguez, for me, doesn't look good enough already. Rodriguez doesn't look good enough already. Got concerns about Fulkrug, as you guys know. Mavropanos, I didn't do any worse than any of the others, but I don't really want to be playing with him going forward. And Todibo again, there's something going on with a Todibo thing. You're playing 3 centre backs or CDM in there, and there's no room for Todibo. How can that happen? It's got to be that clause where if he plays 5, 6, 7 games, then we've got to pay that 25, 30 million. It's a joke. Right, so nothing really. I mean, Bissaka, don't know what the team instructions are, but Wan-Bissaka's not really defending as a defender. He's kind of way beyond the halfway line as a winger. It's all kinds of mess. 29th minute, the penalty thing. It was a penalty more than not a penalty. Fofana was like a lot of the Chelsea team, quite dirty, doing all kinds of dirty tricks. Good luck to them. That was a penalty, but the referee, the least he could have done was gone and have a look at it. He didn't. All the main sort of media guys following the game said it was a penalty, so that was a bit unlucky for us. Then 31 minutes later, Kudos, slight offside goal. He looked very, very frustrated. It's been a very, very frustrating season for him. Encouraging signs, obviously. TNT folks are saying, but for me, it just wasn't good enough. And then, 36 minutes, everyone. Rodriguez got subbed. He got subbed. Souček came on, the guy who's taken off similar time last time, really. So it is what it is. And then shortly after half time, Palmer does what Palmer does best. Good shot. I think it came in off the post. That was 3-0. So whatever was said at half time. Very, very similar to David Moyes, isn't it? Very, very similar. Used to concede a lot of goals early on, a lot of goals after half time. So I've got to have a go at Lopetegui, youngest versus oldest squad, like I said. Most number of shots faced in the Premier League. First time in history, 3 home games defeated. No, wasn't competitive. We were no intensity, and now it looks like the transfer window wasn't as good as we thought. Yes, the numbers are good in terms of money spent and the numbers coming in, but I don't know what kind of impact Fulkrug's going to bring. I don't know what's going on with Todibo. I don't know what's going on with Guillermo. I don't know. Rodriguez ain't good enough, so that leaves you Somerville, who looks handy, looks good. Kilman, he couldn't do much with those tactics. So it looks like the whole window, you've got Kilman, Somerville, and Wan-Bissaka's kind of half decent purchases, and that's again less than half, isn't it? In terms of worrying, very, very worrying. Everyone got Brentford next, I think, and then we got Ipswich, and then we got Spurs. It doesn't get any easier. And looking at those ratings, are they accurate? So Alvarez, shocker for Alvarez, shocker for Rodriguez. Bowen's got good rating. Trying to clean it. Is that 8.5? Was that 6.5 or 8.5 for Paqueta's got to be 6.5, isn't it? Yeah. The formation. What should be the formation? I mean, I'll talk a little bit more once I've slept over it, like I like to do. But you just got to get back to basics. You got to play 4-2-3-1. But unfortunately, we once again haven't got a striker to execute that plan. So what do we do? I don't want to play Bowen up there. I don't know. We've got to go and look for I know Anthony Martial has gone. He signed for another team. I don't know if Depay is the Dutch striker still out there. We've got to go into the free transfer window and we've got to get a striker. I don't care what it costs. Well, it's going to be free transfer. But I don't know how old they are, how short term this issue. We've got to get a striker. We've got to play 4-2-3-1. Got to play a striker. Somerville, Bowen, Kudus. So keep Kudus on the right. He looked much better today. And Bowen in the middle. Somerville there. And then the back four's got to be Bissaka, Emerson, Todibo, Kilman. Then the two holding. I really like Carlos Soler. I forgot about him. I really like what I saw. That's another decent signing, right? I know it's a loan, but he looked decent. He looked comfortable on the ball. Good passes. But more than that, off the ball, he's looking to get into space and make himself available to receive a pass. And looks like he's got everything in the game in terms of tackling, passing. Got a bit about him. I like what I saw. Much better than Rodriguez. So it's got to be a three in the middle out of Paqueta, Alvarez and Carlos Soler. That's the only hard choice the manager's got to make for me. So that's all we can do. That should be a half decent team. Should get us some points. But yeah, we can't play Antonio up front. We can't play this system. I don't want to see Rodriguez start for a while. I ain't seen nothing. He just looks lost. Good guy, good professional. Looks lost. So this formation's got to go in the bin. Flat back four. Yes, we want to attack through the wings, but I do not want that advance to win. We're not Liverpool with Robertson and Arnold. We can't play like that. We're exposing the three. No one's helping. So when we're under the cosh, I don't know what the instructions are in terms of. We just look lost. We look all over the place. We don't look tough to break down, and it's just not good enough. So I don't want to even look at this. We haven't got the personnel for this. I don't want to even look at that. I don't think many teams in the Premier League play this. Lopetegui, put it in the bin. 4-2-3-1. Get a striker in by hook or crook. And then even if it breaks the bank, we got to go get it. I don't think Fulkrug's going to be the answer. That money's gone down the drain. I'll go as far as that to say that. We've got to bring someone in. The John Duran train, I think, has gone, unfortunately. But there's got to be someone out there to play as a striker. And then you'll begin to see improvements. But I don't want to play Bone up front. I don't want to play Antonio up front. I don't want any more games where Somerville doesn't start, and I don't want any more games where Kudus doesn't play on the right. I don't want Rodriguez to play, and then he's got to pick two out of the three. Which two out of Alvarez, Paqueta, Carlos Soler, Souček? Of course, he looked good, much better than Rodriguez. But should we really start with Souček week? No, I think he's a good sub. I'd stick with that. I don't want to start games with Souček. Decent guy, keep him in there, and bring Todibo in. What the hell's going on, really? Apart from that, I think that was about it. It's not good. I think by the time all the games finish, we're going to be nicely cemented in our bottom four, bottom five, or even worse. I don't know. Alarm bells are ringing that the window. So in summary, three things from me. The transfer window has definitely not gone as well as we thought. I can only see, half of those signings making any meaningful impact, really, which is, don't know if that's the average amongst all clubs, but I expected a bit better. Formation from the manager, he can't play that anymore, and obviously we don't have a striker up front again, and it's killing us.